Hello, Mr. Sario. Okay, it is job number 2 for you. This is your 75497009. This watch you shared between yourself and your brother. You guys used this watch and your 6309 as tool watches, and you'd exchange them as needed. And this watch was actually with your brother when he unfortunately, sadly died in a plane crash. And this watch was with him, and here it is. We are going to bring it back. You did have the battery replaced after that time, and so it has run since then. But we got some dirt and some things. Got us a watch that lived a working life. Okay, so you have said that you want to keep the watch externally as it is, including the crystal with the scratches. So I'll pull this crystal and clean it and put it back in. I will orient the scratches the way they're supposed to go so that it is the same place. Let's see, this big middle scratch here goes to 45, goes to 46, just a little bit past 46. So I'll clean this crystal and I'll put it back there just like that so that it matches that marker. I'm going to clean the loom on the hands. The dial loom looks pretty good. Basically, you want me to leave this as it is much as possible. I am going to clean the loom on the hands. I'm going to use a clear binder to protect the loom on the back. I am going to lighten up this loom a little. You don't want that hole patched. You want that left alone, and that's fine. That's it. That, I think, is what we're going to do. So let's do it. I'm probably going to have to, I don't know, maybe I'll be able to get that stuff out. I wasn't sure how hardened the stuff was that was inside these screw heads, but they look like they're coming off okay. This watch lived a working life. Lots of chips on it. Off we get. There we go. I'll need to hand clean all that stuff. Over here, piece of paper towel. Good. Wow, okay. Look at that. Came out in pieces. That's always good news. Wow, it's been broken for a long time too. There's that. Okay, got to hand clean that. Okay, I need to hand clean this case before I pull the crystal or do any of that stuff, because I don't want any of the stuff to get inside. And so let me do that briefly. A lot of fibers in here. A lot of fibers. And you're saying, okay, well, what does that mean? Oh, it's just a remnant of cloth and things that were around the watch when it was being worn. Just signs of the past. Where's my case back tool? Okay, I think I'm gonna have to get on that. Let me get this into the vise. Got that loosened up. Still have your nylon friction washer, this little thing. Get that all cleaned up. This is to stop your crystal from chipping when you screw down this ring. It's a little thing to stop it from breaking up. I have more of those, but they're not something that really you typically need to replace. Let's see if I can get this off. Beautiful. Okay. Crystal. I'll hand clean all that. There's your original crystal gasket. Okay. Oh, it smells like an old tire. Like literally, it's like, you know, that air when you're like letting air out of your bicycle tire, you know, And you smell that rubber smell? That's what it smells like. Come on. Definitely had a little bit of moisture inside, not a lot. Come on, off we get. Come here. Get. So I'll clean these hands. I'll do my best with the loom. We will see what we can get. There's a scratch on the hand here that must have been from a previous service. I won't be able to turn it. Would you let go? It's right here. That is why you were supposed to use protective film. Come on, out we get. Come on. It's got some scratches too, and it's definitely darkened down some. I will we'll see what I can do with that. Here's your chapter ring. You've got a little bit of damage. Somebody when they put in the chapter ring some previous time. Okay, see this slot right there? That slot is supposed to go on that tab right there. And if it's not oriented correctly and you screw the crystal down, you bend the tab down and you chip the paint off. So I have the right kind of flat enamel. I'll repair that. You can't really see it anyway, but I'll make it look better. Let's get this out of here. Come here, come here. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, there's that gasket off. Now, let's get your movement out. Hang on. Oh, where was it?
Underneath everything.
Okay. There is your crown. You are missing, yeah, somebody had fun when they rebuilt this. You are missing your stem rest washer. It's gone. So I have those. I'll need to replace that. Nice thing about these is because the crown gasket is on the case, I don't have to pull the male crown post. That is always good news. No servicing marks inside your case back. None. Okay. Let's get this off of here. No dial. Murph. Okay, here is your beautiful dial. Put that there. Dial is undated. It's dirty on the back. You had stuff that came out and fell through and got onto the back of the dial. I will hand clean the dial front and back. That'll make things better. In the meantime, your dial is there and it is under cover now. Hang on, please. Okay, I've got your movement out upside down. I want to do a couple of things. This is not your crown and stem. This is a test crown and stem. It works. This model is from 7546, and it'll allow me to drop a battery in this thing and just test the circuit while we're here. Before we're going to go and do anything crazy, I have a brand new battery in the packaging for you. That'll be your battery regardless. Let's get this out of here. That wasn't very tight. You are missing your strap rest washer. It's supposed to be right here. It's not really a part that Seiko sold separately. Hey, look, you got a big red fiber there. I don't know what that's about. Weird. Okay, Seiko battery. But anyway, I'll have to... These washers, you can't get them separately. I can adapt another washer to work here. I'll have to do that. Basically, I have to make you one. Seiko battery had some electrolyte leaking. Look at that. See those little white spots? People ask me why I use Energizer. I can't remember the last time I saw an Energizer that had electrolyte leaks. Now, you probably are not going to be able to see this. I'm just looking at it real quick. Hang on. It's definitely running. It is a runner. It's not happy about running, but it is running. Okay, so this is your good brand new battery, fresh out of the packaging. That'll go into your watch. So I have that right there. We know it works. Let's start ripping it apart, shall we? Definitely had work too, because this coil has been replaced. This is not a 7549 coil. That's a 7545, 7546, 7548 coil, because it's the 7549 coils were wrapped with clear plastic, a shrink wrap, for moisture, keeping the humidity out. This does not have that, therefore that got replaced. Okay, got that. Now, functionally, that coil being the other part doesn't really mean anything. I mean, it's, you know, I don't think you're going to be doing, it's because these watches were designed to be so deep. That moisture intrusion was a much larger consideration, and they needed to protect the functionality of the watch by protecting the coil. Unless you're planning on doing, you know, saturation diving with this watch, it's not really that critical. Oops. Circuit looks good. Come on, out, 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 out. I don't want to go over here. Come on. That is out. It's safe. So now let's put down the rest of the front of the movement, back of the movement rather. Dry. I need to clean the stepper motor by hand. Okay. Let's get the top. For those of you who are looking at this because they're concerned or interested in servicing a 7549, one of the things you need when you're doing a 7549 is 7548, 7545, 7546 movement ring. It makes things a lot easier when you are flipping the watch over. Because it's 7549 monocoque case, it doesn't have a movement ring, so it's always good to have one of those sitting around. want to see a rare part? This, for 7549, these things. I have a few extras, but boy, you want to be careful when you're pulling one of these, because if you lose it, they're very hard to find a replacement for. Same for these day wheels. They're only for the 7549s. Oh, come on, out. Oil, lots of oil. Too much oil. Boy, they really, look at that. Oil, oil and grease, oil and grease. Here's another thing. Boy, see this? That is the stem release lever that's only used in a monocoque case. If you forget to put this in and then you drop the movement in and put the crown stem in, you have to break the stem in order to get back out. Whatever you do, if you're taking apart a monocoque case, you're stripping it down. Remember, remember, remember. Oop, there she blows. Okay, strip down to the main plate. Now I need to clean the hands, prep the hands, and get this stuff run through the cleaner, and we'll go from there. I'm in the process of putting your movement back together, and I located a strap rest washer right here. So I don't have to make one. I've got one for you, which is great. I had one other thing. Your minute hand, I'm sorry, your hour hand, the loom on the hand, you'll remember, was really damaged right in the middle. Well, when I cleaned it, the loom in the middle of the hand, just like an oval in the middle, just dropped out. So I've patched that with my Vintaloom, because it wasn't like that when it came here. I worked really hard to be really careful. The loom was just so damaged, it just dropped out. So most of that is original loom, but there was a hole in the middle of the outer loom window, which I've patched. The only way really you can see that, because the paint pattern match came out really well, is that the spot where I reloomed it glows a little bit more. Other than that, it looks the same in daylight, and so that's good. The other hand, the minute hand, definitely cleaned up better. The metal cleaned up, which is nice. The loom is not damaged. It didn't drop out like on the hour hand. And everything is all reinforced. So anyway, let's keep working. Okay, we are back together. Your movement is on the Seiko Quartz Stitcher QT99, the one, the only. So right now we're seeing unadjusted. I haven't really done anything to it. This is seconds, tenths of seconds, hundredths of seconds. So it's currently gaining about a third of a second per day. So what I'm going to do is, because these have a variable trimmer, it's a extremely high-end piece of engineering. It's this little screw head right there, and that will adjust the accuracy high or low, and it's very fine discriminator. So we should be able to get this dialed in pretty tight, and I'm gonna try to do it here right now. I don't know if we're gonna go clockwise or counterclockwise, but I'm doing this without being able to look at it. Oh, I think I've got the wrong screwdriver. So I am going to try counterclockwise. No, clockwise, just a hair. Okay. Then I reset. We count to 10. 3, 5, 6, because it's set on gate 10. 10. Okay, gained a lot of time, so I need to go counterclockwise. I'm sort of doing this from, there's the part I did, and then I just moved it a little bit more the other way. Let's try it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay, a little more counterclockwise. Reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. I think it's having trouble hearing. Let's go down a little bit further. Okay, still rising. So let's take it down further. More counterclockwise action. Reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I like. I love it when it's nice to hit for 0.00. It's hard to do. It's always going to vary a little bit. You're going to have a little bit of up and down. I like to have it gaining ever so slightly. Reason being is that you're not going to be late for anything. If anything, you'll be ever so slightly early. I like it to be ahead, going slightly faster than not fast enough. Drives me nuts. 2/100ths of a second. That's pretty good. Well, I think we got us a good movement. Now, I could get a more accurate long-term idea by simply, you dump the gate out and get a larger sample setting, but I've never really found the virtue to that. This is just what I need. This is going to be a really nice, accurate watch. It's going to do great for you. $100%. Okay, I'm going to let this continue to run in, and then I'm going to work on the case. Get your seals together, and then assemble your dial and hands, and keep it going. But I'm going to want to watch the numbers for a while, so I'm going to go work on the case and some other stuff, and just sit here and look at this. And there we are, all back together. I have oriented your crystal where this main middle scratch is hitting right back at 46. I did clean the crystal, obviously, but these scratches are pretty big in there. But I cleaned and polished the crystal best as I can when it comes to chemically tempered mineral glass, which is what this is. Your rotating ring rotates lightly and clickily through 360 degrees in both directions. You'll notice that it's clickier sounding. Before it was all packed with dirt and all kinds of old stuff, and now it's much lighter and cleaner. Your sweep hand hits the markers. Look at that, right on top. I've firmed up all your loom, so you shouldn't experience any more problems with loom dropping out, and it should be also more water resistance, though of course we're hoping that we're not going to get any more moisture inside this watch. Something I wanted to go over is something you probably don't need me to tell you about, which is one way to, the method I recommend for screwing in the crown, protect your crown threads. Right now your crown threads they're fine. Push in, turn backwards until you feel the click of the two threads on the crown and the threads in the case meshing together. Backwards until you feel the click. I can never get there. There's the click. You can't hear it, but I felt it. And then you turn forward. Pretty clean, huh? So it's all cleaned up. All the grossness is gone. All the cement and grime. It's ready for more time on your wrist. Let me talk about your strap real quick. Okay, so the strap you want me to go with, that you've chosen to go with, is a genuine Seiko DAL 1BP. These are Japan only. So you had asked me to swap over the buckle. This is a Seiko buckle. Is this a titanium buckle? Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just a stainless steel Seiko. So this one has that same style strap. I could swap it over if you wanted to, but this is correct for this strap. So let me I can put that on here for you, and then you can get a feeling for it. And there it is. Your DAL 1BP, all marked as it should be. You can see it right there, Seiko DAL 1BP, 22 millimeter, fresh, clean, ready to go, ready for the wrist. I do have more of these, by the way. This is the same strap. You can put this right on your 6309 as well. I don't know if you wanted one of these for your 6309, but I can add one on if you'd like me to do that for you. And they both be on brand new straps. But you let me know. Thank you so very, very, very much. I appreciate it.